What's up, Cowboy Nation, man? This your boy Heavy Chevy back with another quick video, Cowboys Politics. Brandon B.T. Jordan. I have been looking at the Denver film last two seasons, 2024, 2025. And why did they lead the league in sacks both years? Each year, the units improved. Like each year, it wasn't like a major drastic improvement, but they did improve. They led the league in sacks in 2024, I think with 63 total sacks. 2025, they led the league with 68 sacks. Pressures, they led the league in pressures, 430 in 2024, 433 in 2025. So they was doing something right, and I really just wanted to see. Now, scheme-wise, yes, helped out a whole lot too to create one-on-ones, a lot of one-on-ones with guys. But I wouldn't just say that you just had I wouldn't just say just spectacular looking sacks or whatever. Now, did you have them? Yes, but each guy that he helped train, you can look it on the film. Each guy that he helped train, each guy had moves. They had counters to moves. They had counters on counters. I mean, they played with leverage. They played with power. They played with speed. Like I said, counters on counters. It seemed like whenever the coordinator, Vance Joseph, whenever he decided to call a double A mug or whatever. Now, of course, that yes, you have to bring in extra blockers. Pretty much every quarterback that I saw, whenever they did a double A mug look, yes, they brought in the running back right behind the center, right between the center and the guard, every time, thinking it's inside pressure. A lot of times they didn't bring that pressure. They dropped those linebackers. Now you made checks to check to hold the interior up. Now you got your outside rushers, Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper, having a field day. They created a lot of one-on-ones, and when they did get interior pressure or interior sacks, it was just straight good hand placement, making sure that they keeping the offensive linemen hands off of them. Whether they swim, hook, they had counters. So they had counters with counters. So if the offensive lineman was good, if they had a good interior with the offensive line, and when they decided to unleash the pass rush with the inside, those guys were getting sacks. Those guys with Roach, Myers, Allen. Man, Allen did, when in 2025 when we played them week 8, Allen did a move on Tyler Smith where Tyler Smith was trying to grab his left arm. He bent his left arm all the way in, tucked it in like a chicken wing, bent it in so that Tyler Smith couldn't get under him to get leverage. They use rip moves. When I say he teaches, you can see it on the film. Boye Mafe, he didn't have a lot of sacks. He had pressures, didn't have a lot of sacks, but he worked with him with his hands. Jonathan Cooper, Bonito, those guys was already good edge rushers, just refining little tools. Max Crosby, Nolan Smith, Micah, he just refined little subtle things like a false step, timing, sequencing. Like, okay, maybe on this particular series or this drive, we might just do straight hands. You know, we're going to work on hands. We're going to work on keeping the offensive lineman hands off. The next series, we might do ghost move. You know what I'm saying? We're going to fake a punch just to get the offensive lineman hands to show, swipe hand down, rip. When I say they do a lot, they do a lot. You're going to learn a lot. He going to teach you a lot as far as pass rushing goes. Guys on our team, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, they got paid by Green Bay, and he worked with them too as well. So just imagine he working with a Quentin Williams, Izaraku, Leo Fowl, like I said, he already worked with Rashawn Gary, Sam Williams, just refining little hand placements, you know what I'm saying? Or using a swipe or a rip move. They're gonna find a ways to use counters against these offensive linemen. So BT Jordan, good pickup everywhere he went. He talked well. Players got paid. Here's what it is. Players got paid. You can go check out his resume. Dude he does a phenomenal job as far as teaching these guys some techniques. Even some of the second string players for the Denver Broncos, even they was getting free with some of the techniques. You just can see it. It's on film. I'm gonna try to drop the film on it and just show some examples of it with just some hand placements, getting off the offensive lineman, just using leverage, using timing, using speed. It was some good film to watch. Denver Broncos, some good film to watch. Also, I've been saying that Christian Parker might, the defense might look somewhat similar to the Seahawks, and now I'm looking into the Broncos of how he built the defense. The defense might look something, if he bring anything of some sort of Vance Joseph, him, Jim Leonard, those guys, kind of, Mike McDonald, those guys kind of, with the Vic Fangio tree, learning from Vic Fangio how to build defenses and stuff like that. But the way that the multiple defenses of what Shotty wants, in which a lot of teams, offensive lines and offenses, they really can't tell what are you going to do, where you're going to come from, where the blitz is going to come from. Like I said, look at Seattle. Now look at Denver. With all those multiple fronts, I'm talking about 3-3-5s, 3-4s, 4-3s, even 5-1-5s, 2-4-5s, where you got 2 down linemen, you got 4 linebackers and 5 defensive backs. 3-3-5s, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. And then those guys were stout enough up front with Denver, with Seattle, even the Vikings, those guys was stout enough up front. Big, this is why we went and got big. If people are wondering why we went and got bigger bodies, this is the reason why. The reason why is you want a 3-4 look, but with 4-3 spacing, meaning you're not going to have the traditional 2-3 ticks and 1 nose. You're not going to have that. It's going to look like a 4-3 over, 4-3 under. That's what it's going to look like. But technically, it's you got 3 down linemen, you got 4 linebackers at all, pretty much almost at all times. So that way you don't compromise the pass and the run. You pretty much going to have 5 defensive backs, pretty much almost the entirety of the game. Like you said, it's going to look like a 4-2-5. It's going to look like a 4-2-5. It might look like a 4-3 over or 4-3 under. But in reality, it's a 3-4, where you got now, instead of traditional nose 0, they might be shaded into 1. Then instead of just your 3 ticks, now you got playing 4 and 5. And those 3 down linemen alone will have to control the entire line, so the linebackers be free. This is the reason why they went and got Marcus Dixon. The linebackers have to be free. traditional 3-4 schemes, linebackers were free. Those guys ate up the line of scrimmage. And if you're gonna bring any kind of exotic looks like a AA mug, or you might have a B gap mug, in which I have seen, you might have a B gap mug where you got A and B gap, where you got a linebacker in the A gap, you got a linebacker in the B gap, and you got your other 3 down linemen. Plus, you also had your outside linebacker, so it looked like it's looking like a 7-man front. You don't know who's coming, you don't know who's dropping. Everybody can come, everybody can drop. It don't matter. Man, I'm excited like I was last year, but I'm most definitely excited about the defense and what I'm looking at, and getting into the defense more of what Christian Parker is trying to build, what he's trying to do. I'm giving them 2 years. Look at Denver. Denver, 2 years, led the league in sacks, led the league in pressures. Denver just went to the AFC Championship last year. Just went to the AFC Championship on defense. They really didn't have an offense to win the AFC Championship game. If their quarterback, Bo Nix, didn't go down, before that game, they probably would have won that AFC Championship game, and the Patriots was not going to be in the Super Bowl. It was going to be the Broncos and the Seahawks. But in 2 years, that defense was phenomenal. And we already have the offense. So if our defense just can create pressure like Denver did, and if Christian Parker have the scheme to do so, like a Vance Joseph or a Brian Flores scheme or a Mike McDonald scheme, where you can bring these pressures, and it's not so, you don't need to try to break the sack record, but if you just have that scheme to where it's aggressive and patient, it's a balanced scheme. Hey man, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit if we just talking purely and solely football. Hey man, this is your boy Heavy Chevy. Follow me on X, follow me on YouTube and Cowboys Politics, and I'll talk to you later.